Welcome back in. Well, chances are, if you were living paycheck to paycheck before this pandemic hit, no doubt it's been even more challenging trying to come up with money to cover some of the things that you need. So how do you plan for emergencies when you do have to cover costs of something, when you might lose part of your income? Marshall Clay joins us now from the Welsh Group to maybe help you out with that. Good to see you this morning, Marshall.
Hey, good to see you, Mike.
You know, it's not easy planning for those times. We do know folks are, you know, they're trying not to live beyond their means, but sometimes it is hard to make ends meet.
Yeah, it sounds cliche, and I mean, there's some shocking statistics, or maybe it's really not shocking since COVID that, almost 80% of Americans cannot currently cover a $500 unexpected expense. I mean, that's pretty amazing statistic when you think about how big our country is. And so, the key to all of this is essentially just to plan ahead. And so we're going to talk about a few ways to do that when things get back to normal.
Okay, so what do we need to do first then?
Well, I would say first and foremost, just be skeptical of marketing that's out there. I would say most marketing out there is designed, to separate you from your hard-earned money and to separate you with things that aren't really necessary. I mean, they're things that are nice to haves, but not need to haves. And so that's first and foremost. The second thing I would recommend is create a value system when you're trying to evaluate everything that you buy. And I'm talking everything in your life. So if you're talking about, TVs, if you're talking about the different streaming services that are pitched to people these days, all of those sorts of things, eating out a lot. I'm all about supporting local restaurants and local businesses, but sometimes, eating at home is the cheaper way to do things. So identify what truly adds value to your life, and separate the things that aren't 100% necessary.
Well, you may not anticipate the worst happening, but unfortunately it does. Whether that's a medical emergency or, expensive car repair, things do come up.
Yeah, I mean, we always want to be, optimistic, but when you're planning for financial, plans, or you're designing financial plans, you always have to plan for the worst and hope for the best. So, what I recommend clients to do is at least try to set aside 6 months of your expected, monthly cash flow needs. So take whatever your monthly cash flow need is, multiply that by 6. If there's 2 spouses that are working, maybe you can move that down to maybe 3 or 4 months. But there's always these black swan events that come out of nowhere that we really unexpect. And so you have to plan for the unexpected. We just got done watching a great football game last night. And the reason why Nick Saban is one of the best is he doesn't expect plan A to always work. He's got a plan B, C, D, and E. And we've got to design our finances like Nick Saban coaches his football teams.
All right. Well, we know it's easier said than done, but you got to start somewhere.
Right.
So some good roadmap there for us this morning. Marshall Clay for the Welsh Group. We appreciate it. So thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Still ahead now, the Good Day Buzz and why